If betting is making people rich, why are the betting companies the richest people in the room?
And the problem with betting is not only what you lose, it's what you could have built instead.
That's what builds wealth, month after month, year after year. It's not through one lucky weekend. 54%. 54% of this average South African's household recreational budget gets spent on gambling. That is significant. And this is after a recent Stats SA survey that they did to see where do people in South Africa spend their recreational or fun money. And 54.4% went to gambling and betting. So, you ask the question, when is a good time to bet? When are you in the financial position to be gambling? And the answer is simple. Never. But wait, before half of you switch off, hear us out and let us explain. We're not asking if you've ever won a bet before. We're asking if it's a good financial strategy. Can it build wealth? Can it cause you to retire comfortably? Can it create financial freedom in your life? And the answer is no. And today we're going to explain why. So welcome to the Understanding Money podcast. We exist to empower people towards financial freedom with real hope for the future. We work hard to produce a valuable, jam-packed 20-minute episode every second week. And if you find this helpful for yourself, please share it, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please engage with us. We have an algorithm to play with. And if it is in adding value to your life, we ask that you share it to others so that we can get the message out. We would really appreciate that. And we're going to continue to work hard to produce valuable episodes. So as I've alluded, today we're talking about gambling or betting or sports betting or the lottery, and we're going to explain from a financial perspective whether it is good stewardship. We're going to attack the other ways that people trying to get rich quick as well, but it's all to try and shape the idea of whether it's a good way to spend and use your money. So Ruan, why is betting and gambling so attractive?
The reason for that is because it's selling a dream. It offers something incredibly attractive to those who participate. The possibility of a life-changing outcome without any life-changing effort. This understanding that you can take a 100 Rand note, you turn it into 1,000 Rand. You take 1,000 Rand, you turn it into 10,000 Rand. And that idea is incredibly exciting. The problem is that people don't focus or think about the thousands of losing bets. They simply focus on a single winner. Social media and these betting platforms doesn't show you the person that lost 200,000 Rand this year. It doesn't show you the family that lost their house to betting, the family where the funds for groceries, school fees, electricity went to gambling. It shows you a single individual who won 5,000 or even 50,000 Rand on a lucky weekend. And betting hence appeals to our desire for shortcuts. And unfortunately, wealth doesn't usually work that way.
Now, when it comes to betting and gambling and the industry and the system, let's think about this logically. If betting companies lost money, would they exist? Of course not. They spend billions on marketing, sponsoring athletes and sports teams, running advertisements on the biggest of platforms, building fancy apps, employing thousands of people. You see them everywhere. And all of this is because the math works in their favor. Every betting and gambling company is built on the same one principle. Over time, the house wins. Not occasionally, not now and then, but consistently. If betting was a reliable way to build wealth for people, would betting companies exist? No. But instead, they are making fortunes. So ask yourself, if betting is making people rich, why are the betting companies the richest people in the room?
Now let's look at the opportunity cost. Let's say someone spends 1,000 Rand per month on betting. Doesn't sound like much, to be honest. It's just a bit here, it's a gamble there, every now and again. But let's zoom out, pause, take a bigger picture. 1,000 Rand per month turns into 12,000 Rand per year. It's 120,000 Rand in a decade. And that's without considering investment growth. Imagine that exact same amount of money went somewhere else. What if it paid off debt? What if we built an emergency fund? What if we put it in an investment account? There's so many good options. What if we used it as a deposit on the house that you're looking at, that you want to buy? And the problem with betting is not only what you lose, it's what you could have built instead.
That's a good point. What could we have used this money for instead? And let's make this practical. Let's say you've spent R1,000 a month on betting or gambling. What could you be doing instead? Well, according to what we teach in our framework, option number 1 is getting rid of your debt. It's putting R1,000 towards your smallest debt, letting the snowball roll. Over time, reducing the interest, reducing the payments, creating cash flow, creating margin, and creating momentum for your financial life. That R1,000 starts working for you instead of against you.
100%. Option 2, according to our framework, is to build an emergency fund. Most people who bet are hoping for financial security, but there's in fact a better way: building an emergency fund. An emergency fund doesn't promise excitement, it promises stability. When the tire bursts, when the geyser goes, when the child needs unforeseen medical treatment, that, you guessed it, comes with unforeseen expenses. You don't need luck, you need cash. And financial peace comes by preparation, not prediction.
Option 3, investing. And this is where it becomes really interesting. Let's compare betting and investing. Betting says, I hope this one event changes my life. But investing says, I know doing this one thing consistently over time will build wealth. Betting depends on luck, but investing depends on discipline. Betting is exciting and investment seems boring. And that's exactly why investing works. Most wealth is built slowly, doing the boring things consistently over time. That's what builds wealth, month after month, year after year. It's not through one lucky weekend.
Couldn't agree more. Another thing that we are coming against is the lottery mindset. Most people treat betting like it's a financial plan. They don't say it out loud, but they think the following: if I can just win this one bet, if I can simply hit this next accumulator, if I can only get lucky one more time, of course the Springboks will win this weekend. The problem is that hope is not a strategy. Imagine applying that thinking somewhere else. I won't save because maybe I'll win the lottery. I won't invest because maybe this bet will come through. That's not financial planning. That's wishful thinking.
Over the last few episodes, we've spoken a lot about budgeting and the importance of budgeting. Budgeting is telling your money where to go. It's giving every rand an assignment. But betting is often the opposite. It's money leaving your plan with no assignment and going wayward. Remember Ruan from our previous budget case study. He had 7,500 rand per month that just disappeared because it had no assignment. Many people do exactly the same thing with betting. This money isn't intentional and it's not planned. It's emotional and it's impulsive, and it's because people around you are doing it and you feel like you have no choice, and it's that urge of everything around you, all the flash and bright lights showing that you need to do this. It's hopeful, and hope, as Ruan said, is not a strategy. That causes that money eventually to disappear and not work for you.
The real question is not, can I win? Because honestly, you might. The real question is, what am I trying to achieve? Financial freedom comes from budgeting, saving, investing, reducing debt, increasing income, building margin. None of these are exciting. Let's be honest. We're here to help. We're not here to lie. They aren't as exciting as winning money that maybe you shouldn't have, or you didn't have to do anything for it. But you choose how you want to wake up on a Saturday morning. In despair, because you lost thousands at the casino last night, or behind door number B, whole lot of peace, because financially you are a slave to no one.
Here's our challenge for this week. Calculate how much money you've spent on betting, gambling, sports betting, buying lottery tickets, whatever it may be, over the last 12 months. Go and pull your bank statements, go and see what you spent It's not about judgment. We're not trying to make you feel bad. We just want you to be aware where your money actually went. Then ask yourself, what would happen if that money went towards debt? What if it went towards savings? What if it went towards investing or some other financial goal I had? What if it went towards this overseas trip I wanted to go to? What would happen if that money started working for you? And what would your financial life have looked like at this point, given that a year ago you didn't decide to make those decisions? What would your financial life look like?
And remember, the goal is not to get rich quickly, it's to become wealthy permanently. And those are two very, very different things. Wealth is usually built slowly, deliberately, patiently, one decision at a time, 1 month at a time, one budget at a time. And that is how we build wealth. So, with that being said, thank you for joining the Understanding Money podcast. If you found value in this episode, please subscribe, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and connect with us on the social media channels. If there's a specific topic you'd like us to discuss, send us your thoughts on the email below. And if you didn't pick it up while we were doing this episode, our heart is to help people, to set them free, to give them hope, to give them excitement. So if you perhaps know anyone that needs a bit more structure in their finances, that struggle with betting, that perhaps need a mind shift or a fresh perspective to enable them to make decisions that will help them and better their life, please point them in our direction and point them to the YouTube channel, because that's why we are here. See you next time.